Continuing with the Proverbs from chapter 12, verse 9. He that is despised and has a servant is better than he that honors himself and lacks bread. I think this shows a lot to do with people who like puff up themselves. It's better to humble yourself and actually, say like, I don't understand, I need help. And actually people will come to help you. People come to serve and help, sort of like in here meaning a servant, so somebody who kind of helps you and serves you with something, but you sort of humble yourself, and even though you sort of like can be like despised or something, but I think that in this case that people who puffs themselves up, people kind of like don't like them because they're full of themselves and they leave them. So, and then eventually if the people by themselves, they, anything, we need people, we need each other, we need to operate, like we operate as a community, and it's not that you can just be by yourself without any help. So it's very important to not to puff up, because people will be gone, and that's what's important, to like apologize if you hurt somebody, and humble ourselves, and even though somebody might despise us, so to speak, if we not doing this like prideful approach, the whole world is puffed up with pride, but if you humble ourselves, actually we gain grace, and there's many people who can work together and do things together, and you can ask, and people who many times willing to help us when we humble ourselves. And it's much better, actually, even though at the beginning it feels like bad to humble ourselves, but actually in the end it causes very good results and a great yield in return. And people many times feel that they can trust us with certain things and cooperate with us if we're willing to humble ourselves, if we done some mistakes. But if somebody just honors himself, so it means that they're not willing to admit either mistakes or something happens. So it's very important to realize that it's good to humble ourselves in front of people and apologize, say I'm sorry if you've done something wrong, or if you don't understand, say I don't know, I don't understand, can you help me? And then relationships can be restored or even established on a different ground, which is very, very good. Verse 10, a righteous man regards the life of his beast, but tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So I think that if you think about, maybe it's a bad example, like think about beast is something basically that works for you. If you think about the beast, it's the animal that, either there's pigs or sheep or camel, or so at the same time it could be trucks or cars or or whatever, or even like it's employees, if you have a company, and they're still working for the company, and maybe it's a bad example to compare them with the beasts, but the idea that they're working for you, if you have a company or you have a ministry and people working for you and helping you. So it's important to take care of them well, see that they have what they need, their health as well, their mental health as well. And but if the wicked employer, he their mercy is worse, is a wickedness. They don't see what's happening with their equipment, they don't see what's happening with their people, they don't see what's happening if they're farmers with their animals. I think this is talking about agricultural society. So it's important to take care of things, take care of the people, take care of the equipment, or whatever Lord has entrusted you with. Verse 11, he that tills his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that follows vain person is void of understanding. And talking about following vain persons, if you think about how much time we spend watching things, checking on other people, and many times they're vain, watching series and on movies, and there is no information that really helps for our life. That's the following vain person, and it's really like it's stupid thing to do. It's just like void of understanding. It means that we're wasting our time watching all kind of things to just amuse ourselves, it's actually we're avoiding understanding. But till the land, it means that we're working the craft, working the ground, whatever God gave you to do it well, and don't waste time watching sort of like other people if it's not related to what you're doing. If you need wisdom, okay, you came here for Proverbs, you need wisdom, that's great. But if you watch sort of to just buzz yourself, entertain yourself, well, then go do something else, what God called you to do, what you're supposed to be doing to sort of like tilt the land in a sense. Verse 12. The wicked desires the net of evil men, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. So it's again there's so many now. I think translating into the nowadays would be all kind of either network marketing or some kind of get rich quick schemes. They say like, oh, you just invest there or do this and poof, you'll be a millionaire overnight. Or within very, very short amount of time. And it's probably some kind of wicked scheme, but real righteous thing, so to grow roots, is to really cultivate things, either in the ministry, in the company. It requires lots of, like if you're in the ministry, it requires lots of reading of the Bible, prayer, helping people, and eventually things get built up. You get established, your roots gonna get established into specific thing, either in the business or a ministry or work you do. It takes time to cultivate the skill, the craft, whatever God called you to do, that you be good, that you become good at what you do in order to yield fruit. Like you think that it's talking about the yieldeth fruit, so it's sort of like agricultural in terms of planting some seeds and then grows the tree and then produces fruit. It takes years. It doesn't just happen like with a blink of an eye. You plant a seed and tomorrow we have full-grown tree with juicy apples on top of it. Well, that's not how it works. It actually takes time and takes watering and cultivating and taking care of things. So it's important to take care of things and not to follow vain people and not to desire wicked people fruits, wicked people whatever they have. Some people acquire things through wickedness, but we shouldn't desire that. It's just we need to stick to the things that God has called us. We wouldn't deviate our attention, even though it's loud. They show this kind of video clips with golden chains and different things, and like as if it's cool, this and that. But it's all foolishness. Many times they overdose with drugs and go sideways and kill themselves and all kind of other wrong things. But if you just do day by day the things that we are called to do and we're supposed to do, and then eventually we see much fruit and much yield will come in from that. Verse 13, the wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble. And basically, I think that it says that you can clearly indicate that everybody from time to time come into some kind of trouble. When we get into the trouble, if the heart is not clean and there's all kind of wrong things, they will come out and get us in a deeper trouble. And we get even, like it says, keep digging the grave for ourselves with the lips. But if you try to walk according to God's principles, when something comes, we'll be able to speak correct things and pacify whatever. Whether somebody gets angry at us, we'll be able to speak things and then get pacified. And we're gonna come out of trouble, and then we'll be safe and delivered. So it's important to follow righteousness, follow what the Lord leads. And in the Proverbs and throughout all the Bible, there's so many instructions what is righteousness and what is not. And when we engage in that, we read the scriptures, we pray, God gives us more and more wisdom, revelation, knowledge, and understanding. And then we know the right path, and we know that the path, it leads to abundant life. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, and God bless you.